also show up on the.
Mine says connect to streaming software to go live.
Yeah, we're
You're
connected,
brother.
We're gonna go live here.
You
All right,
the button.
And we are live on YouTube, so we're just gonna go ahead and jump into it. First of all, welcome our guest, Adam Whitney. This is not a podcast, guys. This is just what we do. We just like to go live. We like to talk about what's working in the market right now in 2025, October 31st. So we decided we were going to bring Adam Whitney on because we're going to be talking about a new concept for us, which is flipping houses, because it's Halloween and we're going to be scary.
Spooky.
So we're going to be talking about some flips. But Adam, why don't you introduce yourself for people that don't know who you are?
Gosh, how do you not know me? That means I'm not marketing enough. Okay. Adam Whitney, CEO of Seven Figure Flipping, and it's the flipping mastermind for seven-figure entrepreneurs. And Blackjack Real Estate. We flip, we wholesale, we buy rentals, we buy apartment buildings, we do real estate.
I like it. Pretty simple enough. So are you doing any flips right now in today's market? I think you said that you were. And what we really want to talk about is the offer pad stuff, bro.
Yeah. I'm like a how do you get leverage kind of guy. Like, I'm not interested in building a whole project management and construction team. That's a headache.
Mm-hmm.
GC, internal GC, cost plus, like, so we're leveraging OfferPad Renovate. They have basically they'll work with any investor. Any of you guys can go to offerpadrenovate.com and apply to work with them. If they like you, they'll work with you. And they're only in 26 markets.
Damn it, they have to like you?
Yeah, they gotta like you. So you're probably out.
We're fucked, dude. We're out. Dude, what do we have to date them?
Yeah, dude. Like,
we got
flowers and shit.
Chandler would be good. I don't know about you, John.
Dude, I'm out, dude. I'm completely out.
But no, I literally just went to a flip yesterday that they're doing for us locally here in Florida, and they're in our Florida market. They're in our Georgia market. They're mostly in red states. I don't think they touch blue states. Labor laws aren't really great there. So they're not really messing with any of that stuff. So they're only in 26 markets, bottom line. But it's cool because it lets me, if you're like a California investor, John, and you're like, dude, I can't get cash flow. Well, they're in St. Louis. They're in these Midwest markets where you're able to basically go get rentals and have them renovate them and burr those or whatever you might want to do to build your portfolio and not have to have that whole renovation team. They already have it on staff. And it's W-2. These aren't like a bunch of contractors for them. So yeah, it allows me to gain leverage without, we're good at getting deals. We're good at direct seller marketing. We're really good at sales and conversion. We could be good at flipping, but it's me and Lindsay and 10 VAs. That's it. I don't want anybody else. You know what I mean?
That's such a flex. So Chandler posted something. He posted a bold statement the other day on his Instagram, and I DM'd him. I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" He said that if you do not know how to pick your flips in this upcoming market, you are not going to be able to be profitable. Something along those lines. I probably paraphrased it to make you sound evil, Chandler.
Yeah, it's a little bit cringe.
What did you actually say and why?
Dude, my English is sometimes bad. I did really bad on the ACT. So what I actually meant, like, dude, ACT, just side note, if you ever know this, like, I scored like a 31 on everything, and I scored a 17 on the literature and the reading section. 17's like not going to college level, by the way. So
yeah, I don't even know what an ACT is. So you're talking over my head.
Yeah. But anyways, what I said was
that's why we went to the Marines, John.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah, dude, smart call. So what I was saying was basically, if you wholesale, you need to have the ability to be able to pick the winning wholesale deals, turn them from good deals into great deals by taking them down, adding value, and doing that just in case legislation, rules, regulation force you to be able to take down properties in the future. But mainly just because what I find, at least for myself and my experience, it's like those big fees, those big deals that you close and you make 80K, 100K, 70K on like the wholesale or fix and flip properties. like really boost your deal size and your profit margins. So that's really what I meant by that, John.
Yeah, I mean, that is true. Like a lot of the guys that I see that are like some of the most profitable companies, they are flipping because they'll be in like the Midwest, but their average deal size will be 75 to 100 grand. Where if you're wholesaling, their average deal sizes are like 15 to 25 grand. Literally, like I'm talking about
7,500. Some of those wholesalers in like Indiana are making like 7,500 a fee. That's it.
Yeah, literally, like buying properties took our fee from like 20 to like 35, just from being able to buy the good ones.
Yeah, and so are you guys? So we actually just started looking in. It's funny that we're having this call today because before this was my idea, before it was your guys' idea. Just so you guys know, I am better. I am better than you guys. Just so you know. So I had this idea before any of you guys started talking about this. I just want to go on the record and say that. So I was already going to start doing this. And so,
what a fucking dick.
And so this was, and this is how we're going to go about it though, is we're still getting them under contract at our wholesale fee or our novation price, pushing them out to the market, and then going, okay, does the market say this is a good deal? And then if it is a good deal, then we go, all right, let's take it on ourselves. Are you guys looking at it differently? Are you guys like, oh, well, this won't work for a wholesale, so let me try to flip it? Are you only looking at the ones you're like, oh, I'm going to make a good bit of money wholesaling. I'll make a fuckload of money if I flip it. How are you guys looking at that?
I think the opposite. So, go ahead, Chandler. Sorry.
No, dude, you're good. I want you to go, bro. I want to hear what you got to say. You're the special guest.
You're the flipping guy.
I like to. I mean, I'm looking to flip it, John, but I'm looking to make a lot of money. Like 60K is the smallest amount of money I'm trying to make on any deal. My right now, my current average across all deals types is $48,000.
I did more than that. I did more than that in SoCal as my average deal size. However, fuck that. It's just being in SoCal. But that's all assignments, and you have to be in a market where your cost per deal is super. Well, what's your cost per deal? I bet this is where I'm going to get rich.
Cost per deal is about $6,500.
Yeah. So my cost per
I'm
deal,
at a 6.53 blended ROAS right now.
Yeah. So in SoCal for us, our cost per deal was like 15 grand. So that's where if we would have flipped it. And dude, imagine how much money we would have made if we would have flipped all those houses with our average assignment of 50. Imagine if we would have flipped them.
So yeah, I really think like looking at it as if I'm gonna like when we started to be able to buy, it's like we started looking at the deals as like I'm going to buy this, and then if I don't want to, I have the ability because I'm priced in to sell it to someone else. Because I want like exactly what Adam's saying. It's like if I'm gonna buy it, I'm making 20%, or more, like minimum 50K depending on the price point, right? It's like 100 or 150. But yeah, it's like you look at it that way, and then deciding if you want to take the project on or not, you can do whatever exit strategy. I also do agree, John, if you don't like know an area, we've like put it out just to see what kind of interest we'll get, and then kind of decide like, do we want to do this or not? Because I don't know, like sometimes I'm sure you bought a house and like it's got like a lot of problems, like foundation, electrical, yada yada yada. It's like you put it out there, see if people like it, and you're like, okay, maybe this makes sense, maybe it doesn't, But
and we're gonna be doing some more of this this upcoming year. Now, how's the management with OfferPad? Like, do you have to manage them? Are you doing a weekly? Like, what is your cadence that you're checking in on these properties?
This is how it works with those guys. So you send them the recipe, and then they're gonna make the cake. So you're gonna look at it and go, I think we need to do X, Y, and Z, maybe these 5 or 10 things to get this ARV I believe I can get. They're going to come back within, so you can call them as soon as you have it under contract, and they'll go scope it.
Okay.
Is that now, right? If they go the relationship with them
24 hours, like right out of the gate. Here's the kicker. The rehab, you're probably going to have to put down half up front, and you pay the other half at the end plus 30 days. Okay. They're a publicly traded company. They're not running away with your money, but that's just how they do business to de-risk. Okay.
Yeah,
so within 24 hours of calling them, they're going to go scope it for you based on the recipe you gave them. Now, if you just do that like 10 times and that you never actually rehab with them, they'll start charging you. Right?
Okay,
They're not going to
fair
go
enough.
scope every property for you. They'll do like 2 or 3, and then they want to be flipping them for you. So, just be cognizant of that. Like if you feel pretty confident you're going to flip it, then they'll go scope it for you. So like I bought this mobile home here in Florida. I love mobile homes, $300,000 exit prices on these things. Buy it for $127,000. I have about $5,500 in closing costs, and then the rehab's $38,000. We'll net 60 plus.
And you don't have to. And you're literally just you're telling them, hey, go out there, go scope it. So they give you back the scope, you approve it, and then how often are you going? Hey, let's check in on this. You're like completely.
They send you updates with company cam photos.
So, two questions I have: how often have they gone over budget? And then, what's the recipe that you send them? Like, how do you cook that up?
They're within $900. They're on average, they're within $900 of their scope.
That's pretty fucking good.
And they're about $1,000 a day is what they quote you on time. So if you have a $40,000 rehab, they quote you 40 days.
That's solid.
Yeah, that's really
good. That's good. They're very efficient, so that's good.
Yeah, I mean they've done 40,000 rehabs.
Yeah.
So their systems are insane, right?
And they're in every major market that's in a red state.
Not every, but they're in Texas. They're in. I mean, you can go to OfferPad Renovate.
And they'll show you.
Or Google it. Yeah.
I'm gonna look at that right now while you guys set it off. And I also want to talk about your direct mail strategy as well, because Chandler and I are heavy digital, inbound PPC. Chandler does all Facebook, and we've just been in the digital world for the last couple of years. But you're doing some unique stuff with direct mail. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I've got. I'm a huge fan of Justin Severo and open letter marketing because I have Connect. They're digitized. They can get into your system. You can send mail. I can send mail same day with them. So when I go after my niche stuff, like my foreclosure stuff, that is in a non-judicial state that from notice of default to auction is like 30 days. So I'm on a hot timeline, real urgency. Soon as I scrape that data and get that data in, I send it to open letter, and they mail it that day. It goes with 2 pieces of mail, drops a letter day 1, postcard day 2, like back to back right out of the gate, because I only got 30 days anyways. We have a 50x ROI on that, but the scale is very small.
Sure.
Just because of it's niche. I just do 2 states, Tennessee and Georgia.
And so how are you getting the data? Are you just going direct to the county?
County, public notice, substitute trustees, all the foreclosure attorneys that post it, every place, because it has to be posted publicly, but it's posted in a bunch of different places. So we had a tool built to go grab that data for us and send it to us every day. We've got we pay a overseas software developer who's in our stuff to make sure it runs every day, and we get it every day. And then our team enriches the data, cleans the data, your normal kind of processes, puts it on a call text sheet, and sends it over to direct mail. And then we have a bulk campaign that is we're leveraging DataFlick predictive data and what's called the recon list from a buddy of mine. His name's Ryan Smith. Chandler, you know Ryan. He's really good. He's really good with data and that kind of thing. So I always have Ryan pull me a nice list that he'll go find some cool stuff out of the county that a lot of people don't grab. So,
but he pulls it from DataFlick, or Ryan pulls from?
No, I have two separate lists.
Okay.
So I have DataFlick in Gwinnett County specifically, and then I have Ryan pulling Gwinnett, DeKalb, Cobb, and Forsyth as the 4 counties that I focus on in Georgia.
And you built out this tool that scrapes all this data. This is your internal tool that you don't give to other people, or do you this is just for your team?
Yeah, just for our team.
What do you buy it?
I mean, I'll give you the guy who built it. No problem.
Yeah. Let me buy it. Let me get that from.
Was it just rank properties based on information in the data that you have?
Or we're talking foreclosures.
Oh, it's foreclosures. Sorry, offer pads where they're located.
Yeah. Well, I think offer pads. The foreclosure stuff, honestly, we buy. We do some really unique stuff there where it's we'll pay them current. we'll basically wholesale it to ourselves. We use private debt, so we don't have to worry about any of these hard money lenders who won't let you do that. And we get it so discounted that we can put private debt, and if we're taking something sub 2, then we'll lease option it back to them with 17 months to buy it back at a higher buyback price that covers all my debt. So I'll take a $50K wholesale fee up front, and then if they buy it back, it's a wash. Basically, they just get their house back, and we save them, which is great. And they still have about 25% equity too, so we're not like equity stripping these folks.
How long have you been doing this?
About a year.
Has anybody bought their house back yet?
We have a couple in the process, and we've refied one.
Really?
Yeah. So we went and we refied. We had one so deep that to refi all the debt off of it, it appraised at 307, and our loan was 161.
And so they just so when you say you refied it, like you
I
did the refinance?
I went and put a DSCR loan on it and took off their bank debt, so it was no longer sub 2, and paid my private money lender off.
You're a fucking nerd, dude. Chandler and I will, just so you know, on these calls, we sit there and we just talk about the most simple stuff. Like we've been like, marketing, sales, dispo, and that's it.
I think I need a flow chart.
Chandler's the gangster at marketing, dude. I need Chandler to come help me, man.
And then Adam comes on here and he's like, "Oh yeah, we have developed a tool where we scrub this list, and then we buy the house and we raise money and then we sell it, and then he's making $60K on average a deal. And then technically these are rental properties for you, so they're like, you're making $60K, but
yeah, and $1.5 million in equity just since last September, and we have about 220K in reserve too. The way that we underwrite it is we underwrite for a reserve. So it's part of the capital raise on it, just like I would do in a multifamily.
Yeah,
it's wild, dude.
Bro, I feel like problem with the real estate industry, because you're going to give everybody that's listening shiny object syndrome. And then everybody's wholesaling businesses that are working like mine, we're all going to stop doing what we're doing. And we're like, oh yeah, we just got to do what Adam's doing because it's working so well.
Well, and, I'll tell you what, John, let me just be honest for a second. We had 2024 sucked. Our margin was terrible, and we were primarily wholesaling at the time. And
you're also in Florida.
And
Florida's dumb. It's still taking a dump, but
right. I was mostly in the Panhandle. We've been there for 10 years, Pensacola market, and a little bit of Central Florida too. But yeah, it took a dump, and the cost per deal got up to like 10K. And our average assignment fee was 18K, which isn't great, but so it got tough. So we just okay, let's burn down in Q4. We just shut off all marketing. We focus on foreclosures. And then once we got that dialed in and perfected that, we'll do $1 million gross profit on that and about 100K of marketing spend total.
Hell yeah.
So just that one channel. And then now,
sorry, keep going.
Now we can add in the flips with OfferPad and stuff, because I don't got to go build a team for that. All I got to do is just go get more deals.
Yeah.
We have a virtual assistant who's in Egypt. He's our closer. He closes literally every deal. He's made over 6 figures this year. Dude,
that's fucking sick. Okay, I actually want to talk about this because I get asked this all the time. Every motherfucker I've ever coached. Sorry, I like the F word. It's my favorite word. Every motherfucker I know, it always asks me, can I use a VA to close? And I just always never believed in it. So you're breaking my beliefs right now. So
I say no too. I tell people no.
I say no. Here's what's crazy is I saw Matt Larson, who's a great marketer, formerly a great real estate investor. If you guys know who he is, he's like an OG. He's marketing, selling VAs that can close, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, no way. I can't even get these Americans to close deals. No way. There's just no way. I just didn't believe it. So I called Jansen McClendon, who's a big house flipper up in the Panhandle. And I'm like, dude, what do you think about this? He's like, I don't know, man. I'm going to take a flyer on it. It's kind of crazy. But there's just no way, because you can't get your US-based people to perform at a high level like you want them to most of the time, right? So this guy reaches out to me. He actually came through Valid Hire Train VA. He was working as a cold caller for somebody else, reached out to me on DM me and was like, hey, I've been working for 2 companies. I'm closing deals. Here's my checks. Like you could see, like I'm closing these. One was a land guy, and one was a like a house wholesaler. And he closed like 7 deals. I'm like, okay, well, he closed some deals. Like Lindsay is like, I'll interview him. Here's the thing about him. His name's Alex. Well, his name here is Alex. And he's phenomenal. He's phenomenal because he works not by our demand, but by his desire. He works 7 days a week. Most of the time we got to like make him take time off. He's
Adam's in here texting him at 11 o'clock at night. Why aren't you working, motherfucker?
he's a phenomenal underwriter. He's not even great at sales, but he's great at process, John.
Yeah.
So like he took, what Lindsay taught him and the script that, like the NEPQ type stuff, and he just perfected it. He's just running the play. He's not even good at sales. Like in the sense that he's a relatable, nice guy, like you want to talk to. Like, no, he's just running the play.
Yeah.
And he's coachable. He takes the feedback and he's not scared to go back after something. He's got a little accent. Lindsay's had to come in and save a couple for that reason. But dude, and he locks up these really complicated creative deals. He understands it and what we're doing. And we're just really grateful for him. So yeah, it's totally possible. He's made over 6 figures, man, because he gets paid 10% commission, just like we would pay anybody else.
I mean, it is true if you can follow the sales process. Because Adam and I had a conversation about this, because I used to go hire these guys that were used to making 6 figures. That was a requirement. You had to make 6 figures in sales before you come work for me. And these guys were the hardest people to coach because they have egos, they have attitudes, they're fat cat closers, they complain about lead quality, and I've had them where they're good, but then they cap because they're not actually willing to follow the process. They don't actually buy into it 100% because they've got some bad habits that have got them to some level of success, And so this year, these are not VAs at all, but I pulled from my school community people that were not that avatar. They just they had tried wholesaling, maybe had closed some deals, but definitely not like the top closers making, multiple 6 figures per year. And I just train them on, hey, just follow the process. And that's what they do. Super coachable, follow the process. And this is the best my team's ever performed, better than any of the guys that have had tons of experience. So yeah, I see how it could work. That my concern is 2 things with VAs. Number one is the accent, because I think the second that, especially, you're in the Midwest, so you're obviously getting out of it, but they hear an accent on the phone. I'm talking Egyptian, Filipino, any sort of accent from Asia or the Middle East. They're going to be somewhat turned off. So it puts you at a disadvantage right off the gate. So that's the first thing I would see. The second thing is a lot of their cultures don't understand, sarcasm as well as Americans do. They don't understand even the culture, and they can't be any bit relatable. Whereas I don't think that you need to be relatable to close deals, but I think it can help a little. And I think you can still close deals with an accent, but if you don't have a Filipino accent,
yeah, we did $5 million with Valentina as our lead intake answering the phones. She's from Moldova. Moldova. And
okay, I think Russian you can get away with it. I think European you can get away with it. I even think South African.
I think everyone's gonna melt, bro.
Yeah, she moved here from the U.S. and worked at Blackjack. It was her first job, and she was a savage. Yeah, you're right, John. I guarantee you that I lose deals because of the accent. I'm sure of that. Like, you're not incorrect. Yeah. But here's the thing: the and this, right? Like, tonality, pace.
Sure.
Always be disarming. Like, I'm pretty sure I learned that. Right. So if you just run the play, you can overcome that.
You know what I just realized? All of us have been through every single one of, besides, well, I guess Chandler, you haven't been. We've all been in each other's coaching programs in a way. So Adam, you and I should try to sell Chandler into joining 7FF, because that's that would complete the triangle. But Adam's been through my
I need
sales
to
training.
buy
mastermind.
Chandler's coaching. I need his coaching.
Yeah, you guys flip flop. You guys just
Dude,
you guys just send each other 2
trade,
wires.
bro.
But Adam's been through my sales training. I've been in his mastermind. I've been through Level Up. Like everybody's kind of been through. It's funny. That's how you know like we actually provide value to each other because we're willing to pay each other for the things that we do, even though we're friends.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And I just, dude, I'm a big proponent of paying for coaching. I literally just paid Sam Prim to coach me up on Instagram to grow my Instagram. I just paid Six Pack CEO to get me unfat.
What do they dude? What do they? First of all, didn't you just have surgery on your back? Can you even work out right now?
Yeah, no, I've got a little over 3 weeks post-op. I had spine surgery, got a disc replaced. I feel really, really good, way better. That disc that was herniated was like crushing a nerve, which was putting me in a bunch of pain. So I feel great.
Do you have like numb legs or anything?
My arm would go numb, and my fingers. It was crazy, and the pain would actually be in my shoulder. So I spent a bunch of time trying to figure out what's wrong with my shoulder. Which, by the way, at the end of 23, I had surgery on too. So, Six Pack CEO, dude, it's very scientific. You go get a DEXA scan, you do a bunch of blood work. They build the plan around you. It's mostly nutrition. Obviously, abs are made in the kitchen. You guys know that. And the workout's almost inconsequential, right? Like, I pretty much know how to work out, and they know that I'm busy, so they build a programming around that.
It's crazy. I was watching a video with Eddie Malouf the other day where somebody tried to pitch him. They're like, "Hey, I'll give you this workout routine that I don't know if you guys saw this video. It went like super viral. It's somebody came out to him like, "Hey, I'll get you a 6-pack." He's like, "Bro, respectfully, I'm going to decline. I don't give a shit. It's like I run a multi-7-figure business and I've got a hot wife." And I was like, okay, I relate to that in a way because I used to be obsessed with like being shredded and having a 6-pack. And what I've learned, I want you guys to tell me your opinion on this too. You got to take and pull from places, right? So like
Chandler shredded though. Chandler shredded.
I do. I've had it. I've had a 6-pack since I was like 14. I've never lost.
Yeah, Chandler also eats Chick-fil-A and pizza and has a 6-pack.
Dude,
you run like 15 miles a day.
I actually cleaned up my diet a little bit. I gave up White Monster. I gave up fast food.
Gave up the thing that actually helps you get shredded, dude. White Monster is the key to life.
Life, bro. No,
but you got to take.
Me is I wrestled in college.
Yeah,
so that helps. And then most weekends I'm hurt right now, but most weekends I go and do like a 10-hour day in the mountains. So those kind of things definitely contribute to being lean.
Yeah, and
4 days a week.
So this is the issue I have with some people that will be like so. For example, I have somebody that I was talking to that's like, "Oh, I'm running an Ironman, and I'm also like I need to like scale my business, and I've got a family." It's like, dude, like
let's pick one.
Things are gonna like that's one of the things. You can have anything you want, you can't have everything you want. You know what I mean? So like if you want to, for example, like right now, I could easily continue to get better at jujitsu. I would just have to go to the 7 p.m. class after I'm done working, and I would miss my kid going to sleep. That would be the trade I would have to make. But I feel like too many people, they just want to have everything. It's like, I want to run an Ironman where I'm training 4 hours a day. Plus I want to be able to scale my business to, I want to triple my business this year. And I also want to be with my family for 3 hours a day. It's like, bro,
I feel like that's definitely me.
Well, at least you don't have kids right now. So like
having kids is huge for sure.
You could go business and then you could go.
My girlfriend does all the same stuff as I do, like working out, climbing, all that kind of stuff. So it kind of kills 2 birds with 1 stone there.
That's a good thing. I got to get my kid. I got to get my 2-year-old in the gym.
Yeah, you're in a good spot. Life definitely changes. Kids change the dynamic completely for a lot of reasons. But you can do some things, but not everything. Yeah. It's like the same in your business too, though. Like depending on how experienced you are, like even us really experienced, we stopped all marketing to focus on one strategy in Q4 of last year until we perfected it through about halfway this year, and then started re-adding back the stuff we already know how to do and we're good at.
Yep.
So now
like I just fired my entire sales team fucking like 2 months ago, or like 1 month, the beginning of this month. and I'm taking sales calls, revamping the sales process thanks to John. He told me if I didn't focus on sales, I'm a dumbass. So, and it's been working. So yeah, I'm gonna have to rebuild the entire front end of my business. So yeah, it's always.
It takes time.
I actually think sales. Like, there's always this argument too, Chandler. I'm interested in what you think because you're a good marketer. I think sales is. I can get way more leverage on conversion with sales than I can optimizing every little front end marketing piece, like conversion from sales page to opt-in and opt-in to this and this to that, and then OTOs and order bumps, like minimal leverage rather than just go sell double the people sales team, get on the phones.
So I see both sides. For me, marketing's job is just to get qualified people on the phone, and sales job is to take them from where they're at to trusting you. I do think marketing can do a lot of work, like to create more lay down sales. I mean, on a monthly basis, like we'll get like 20 calls and close like fucking 10 of them. Like from like that group of just like small organic people. I guess it wouldn't be exactly that. It'd be more like 15.
But your marketing is doing a heavy lift because
marketing's doing the work.
Specific on who you're talking to. Like I see your ads. Like if you are this person, you're the right person for me. Let's have a conversation.
Exactly. And then like always educating them based on like what's going on. So that creates a lot of lay down sales. But what I realized in my sales process was I didn't outsource, but I delegated it. And it was kind of a weird, complicated situation. But essentially, long story short, person I delegated it to, they were like dodging accountability, and I was not being a good leader. And therefore, shit became a disaster. And we weren't closing the sales that we needed to. And we were closing at too small of a price, right? So I had to go in, revamp the entire structure of how everything's done, and then fix this whole entire issue. It was kind of like, so yeah. So I do agree. You get way more leverage from your sales process than you do like from just getting like one more order bump. But I also will add, like, I started like a low ticket thing. It was like $27. And this is like, I'll tell you, I spent $2,000 on it. I've sold $2,500 worth of low ticket things. And I've booked like, how many calls have I booked from it for level?
I have a strong opinion on this.
Is this YouTube? Is this YouTube ads?
No, this is Facebook ads. But I've booked 19 calls and closed 4 people for making $500. So that was free
on a low ticket.
I'll
tell you, I believe, I'm going to say this as a sales trainer. In most industries, marketing is more important than sales in almost all industries. Now, I will say this. Now, here's my caveat. Here's why marketing can be more important than sales from like in some industries. Okay. Let's say that you're first of all, e-com, very obvious because like e-com is going to be direct to checkout. Or if you are like selling any sort of info product, because if you build the credibility on the marketing side, you build the trust, the salesperson, like they're basically going to show up on the call and be like, where do I buy? It's why Alex Hormozi sold.
Well, it's the mechanism though. It's not the marketing. It's the mechanism. So the marketing takes you to the mechanism.
It's weird because I agree with you, John. Like it's like marketing, but marketing is just sales at scale. Like it's like this whole caveat between like they play off each other. Because like, dude, for example, like I showed up on sales call right before this for some guys like education. It was really like I bought a low ticket thing. He like bumped me, whatever, fuck. I ended up almost paying the guy $15K on the call, and I was like, dude, I can't, like this guy, the sales dude, fucking sucked, terrible. But I almost did because I was like, dude, it's. I don't know. Man.
You like the guy, right?
We're buyers, though. We're buyers. If we want something, we're buying. Like that's how
I paid for Adam's mastermind via text. So Adam literally Adam texted me with literally nothing. Like he just said, you should sign up for 7FF, and I was just
come to the Tampa event.
And he texted me the link. He didn't say anything like you're gonna learn this or he just texted me like you should sign. I was like, oh fuck yeah, you're right. I just signed up. So yeah, like we're terrible examples because we'll buy everything. But
I paid John for coaching. I paid John for sales coaching.
How many objections?
There we go. I gave him 0. I gave him 0. I think I told him like, hey, yeah. So here's the thing though, with wholesaling specifically, our avatar is there. I'm just going to say like they are lazy, right? Mm-hmm. And so they are not going to consume unless you post billboards and you do TV ads and you get in front of them like multiple different places. If you're trying to create the same thing in a wholesaling business where it's like, okay, we're going to try to get all of our clients to follow us on Instagram and we are going to email them value dense email sequences and get in front. They're just not going to watch any of that shit. They're like, hey, just give me the offer.
10K more.
Yeah, they're just going to try to get to the offer. So for wholesaling, I believe like sales is like, first of all, you got to get the quality leads.
Is another example of this.
There's also an urgency around wholesale. Like distressed sellers have an urgency about them, right? That's part of their distress. Oftentimes, that's one of the number one indicators of whether or not they're going to sell that house at a discount is the urgency.
Yeah, but if you look at Alex Hormozi, he sold $100 million on a webinar. Why?
In 72 hours.
Because he built so much trust. Now, yes, that webinar converted he's a monster on the webinar. He got a bunch of coaching, but he had so much trust going into that thing that he could have sold anything, and the webinar could have botched, and he still would have made he still would have been super profitable, right? And so I think like for some industries, yes, marketing is, and I would say the majority, marketing is more important than sales. I think for wholesaling, you have to get good quality leads for sure. Like you have to get in front of the right people, which is like mostly, Chandler, what you focus on. But it's not like we're doing like these huge branding campaigns until you get to like Mark Spain level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And even then we beat out Mark Spain all the time, and he's way better at marketing than us.
He's dialed in, dude. Yeah. He's dialed in. I went through his funnel. Less than 60 seconds, those people were calling me.
But we'll still beat him if you're better at sales. Even though he has better marketing and better trust and more credibility. Open Door, same thing. Like we would crush Open Door just by being better at sales. Open Door has better marketing, better, all of these things.
Billions of dollars,
Billions of dollars on branding, like an actual brand. And then you got these no brand companies in comparison coming in and locking up the deal fucking $10,000, $20,000 lower because the salesperson was better.
I think there could be an argument made on both sides. I definitely do think I do think in a lot of industry, like for example, like if you think about like a blue collar industry, so our family business is like a landscape construction. So we do like lawn maintenance, hardscapes, patios, whatever. We do like backyard designs. Like for that business, my dad spends literally $300 a month on marketing. He never answers the phone when it rings. So literally people have to call multiple times to get him to come and quote him. And he does like a few million.
What do you want?
Yeah. He's like, oh my God, stop fucking bothering me. But anyways, but yeah, he does a few $1 million a year, but it's because they do good work. And like people just like text him and say, hey, like, yeah, I know. It's just like so easy.
Referral business. Here's the thing. That's all trust based, right? Like when somebody gives you a referral, like, oh, hey, you need the thing Chandler has from me to them to you, like they're buying the thing. Yeah, 100% of the time. If you think about like even I know real estate is hard, but if you even think about like people coming to buy your coaching, we're in a trust recession right now. People are so overwhelmed with marketing on the internet. And if a cold lead, so this is why I think that sales is more important. So somebody who never see me, like hopefully you two guys are seeing my ads on Facebook right now. Like in a Go Blue green hoodie. If you haven't, see, like I'm failing. I'm already spending like $2K a day at least.
No, I saw.
But you spend $2K a day?
Your ads are good, bro.
Bro, hit me up, bro. I'll help. I'll look at your stuff.
Yeah, he'll fix your shit. Trust me. He helped me a lot.
So, but these people come in cold. They don't know me. Our mechanism is a 5-day challenge where I'm going to provide massive value. I'm not going to even sell anything. I'm going to invite them to a breakout session, which would show them, hey, if you want to know more about our community, you can apply to come watch this session. Then they do. And when they do that, they're like, I spend a week with them. If they don't love me by then, they don't love our values, our community at that point, they're probably not the right fit. But my sales team can get way more leverage after that week than I can really get optimizing that front end ad spend or that page or that perfect OTO or order bump or whatever it may be. Above the fold this, above the fold that, like all that kind of different. Those things can make a difference, and they do. But I'm telling you, like, if my sales team sold 5 more people, my ROI goes up immensely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like it's
I do agree. Like if John was selling me on the other side, I would have paid that guy $15K like on the call. But because the guy wasn't a good salesperson, like he was really not that good. I was like, I gave him like the objection, like, dude, honestly, let me think about it. And he just couldn't. He's like, yeah, dude, take your time.
Oh, you little bitch. Let's answer some questions in the comments really quick. So These are going to be simple. So if I'm only doing iSpeed to lead, should I only filter inbound? Yeah, only filter inbound. I'm not paying $200. So if you guys know this, are you guys still using iSpeed to lead at all? No, you guys got rid of them. So they'll sell a cold call lead for like $200. And so, or like
Really?
an SMS lead. Yeah, like I could probably go on right now and I'll do it. So you can go on.
Do you buy those leads? Do you buy those leads from there?
I won't buy cold call leads, but I'll buy I'll share my screen. Like I'll show you. So this is iSpeed to lead. We still use them. They're still a good ROAS. Let me see no filters. So triple verified cold call lead, early bird pricing 207 for a $31,000 property on the outskirts of Orlando. It's a piece of land. And so if I got to buy this lead, if I can get it exclusively for $217 for a cold call lead. And I think some people there's got to be people paying for that. So no, what I do is I go to source and I just do PPC SEO. I don't even do, if it was Chandler running their Facebook leads, I would do it, but it's not. So I just do SEO, PPC, and I'll look through these. Same exact. Okay, so this one, $199, but it's PPC. Like, why would you pay the same amount for a cold call lead than you would for a PPC lead? So
That's actually crazy.
Yeah, it's insane. I mean, they must be making a shitload on those cold call leads.
Also, I'm interested in that land. That was right next to Glenwood Springs, bro. I'm fucking buying it.
Go get it. Do you want me to buy it and I'll send it to you?
$227. Get that lead.
Yeah, I'll send you a Venmo request. How much should you be paying commissions on acquisition? 10% acquisition, 7.5% dispo. You guys on the same page there?
Yeah, I would give them a bonus of like an accelerator if they hit like over a certain baseline that you want. So like
100K a month,
120K a month closed.
120, and what do you pay them extra?
2%.
Okay, so they bumped to 12. That's cool.
Yeah.
Adam, do you do that, or you just give your guy a flat 10? He's a VA.
We go flat 10, and bonuses are at our discretion.
Adam pays his VA $4 an hour to bring him $1 million a year in revenue.
No, dude, he's paid. He's paid very well.
Equity stripping, fucking. Someone's gonna hit it. I'm just kidding. No, but what I was gonna say is like on the bonus note, don't bonus someone for hitting the goal. Bonus them for surpassing it. So just as a side note, I see people mess that up all the time. If you do bonus,
interesting. Yeah, it makes sense. We lost the deal because someone over offered and we still warned the seller, but they didn't care. For them, price matters most, and they can take out the risk of not closing. What can be done for these? So I'll answer that, and then you guys can bring in your opinions too. I would just say you didn't build enough urgency, because if you build enough urgency, if there is urgency there is a risk of the deal not closing. That's like the main core of being able to overcome a multiple quotes objection. Because if there's no urgency, you're like, well, what happens if they just do what everybody else does? They lock you up on a higher number and then they offer at the last minute and they go, oh yeah, no big deal. Because there's no urgency. So you have to build the urgency first. Then you can say something like, yeah, and I'm sure you're aware of those companies. They put like a super high number on a piece of paper, tell you what you want to hear just to lower it at the last minute. Now, you seem like a smart seller. Obviously, you're not just going to work with the person that puts the highest number on a piece of paper, right? And they're like, right, yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, so obviously you want to work with someone you can trust. What would you be looking for to know that this person's actually going to close on your property? Then they'll give you trust things, and you can use that to close the deal. So you got to build urgency. You guys can throw in your 2 cents too. I just was going.
I mean, I'm like the last person who should be giving advice if we're
Chandler. How do you market to those people better? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I don't see any more comments in the chat, but I figured we would take a little breather from ranting and yelling and talk about the comments in the chat. But
dude, so what's your challenge look like, Adam?
Dude, I'm about to sign up. The ads was so good, bro. It got me. Tell us a little bit about it, bro.
You should go through my funnel. Yeah, so we have 2 challenges.
I hope I get targeted.
We have 2 challenges. One is called the Flip Funding Challenge. It's with Bill. It's 5 days. He's basically teaching you how to raise private capital. It's literally phenomenal training, by the way.
He's good, by the way. He's good.
He's
I was a little uncomfortable with some of the things at the end, but dude, like I realized why Bill is so good at raising money, because I was about to invest in the TV show. And eventually I was like, I'm just going to do some cost segs, but I got to see Bill like actually raise money. And I was like, Bill's good, dude. He's a good
good, dude. He is good. And then
Anyway.
the one that I'm doing right now is called the Black Box Method Challenge. It's a systematic way to create a wholesaler and MLS funnel, get leads at no cost for house flippers specifically. How to build a very systematic funnel, bring those in, define a buy box, make offers in a predictable, systematic way, track KPIs so that you can actually project. So like I've got some people in our community that are doing 20 to 25 flips a year just doing this.
Sick. Yeah, that's sick. So it's like a whole transformation. Like you're like setting their business up by the end.
Oh yeah, like both of our challenges, people get results during the challenge.
That's good. Nice.
No wholesalers do that, like just people that are flipping, because you can wholesale deals on the MLS.
I mean, if you're going to co-wholesale other people's deals, I guess that would be. But I'm an anti-co-wholesale guy. You know what I mean?
But I'm saying like they're on the MLS.
You getting them from wholesalers too, or just realtors? Sorry, John, I overtalked you.
No, a lot of the strategy is for wholesalers, and then we're talking about how to add the MLS funnel as well with the unique searches and stuff like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So like what we teach them to do is basically we teach them how to prospect the right wholesalers inside of the local Facebook groups using one email. And then we also teach them how to do certain MLS searches that will bring it into you. And then we teach them how to reverse engineer SEO websites and how to do it without pissing the company off and getting on their buyers list.
Reverse engineer SEO websites. What does that even mean?
Yeah, so lost.
So like anybody who's probably doing any meaningful volume in your market likely has an SEO website, but you can never find somebody's buyer website. Like that's not a searchable thing, but their seller website is always a searchable thing, literally optimized so that you can find it.
Yeah, that's the point.
So they go in through the seller website. Ideally, if there's a number on it, you just call and say, hey, I'd actually like to talk to your dispo person. I'd love to get on your list. Here's my buy box. Happy to answer any questions you have. I'm a real buyer. I use Kiavi hard money and I use private money, whatever. And then you're like, cool. We just got another buyer who called in through the front end of our sales or seller funnel. But it's a way easier to find a seller site than it is to find a buyer site. Like you've got to be able to discern who the national companies are, need to sell my house fast, all these other people, and who the local people are. So we're teaching them how to do all that. And they build this very like systematic way. Like I could show you a funnel I built just to teach this. And I have over 6,100 deals in this one inbox.
Damn. That's crazy.
Florida funnel. It's crazy. Yeah. So, and then it costs you nothing, right?
A lot of deals too? Like, are you buying a lot of deals through that?
We definitely buy deals. Like we'll buy deals. Here's the thing that I think, and part of it is a mental shift too. Because most house flippers they feel a kind of way about a wholesale fee and they feel kind of way about wholesalers' numbers. And I think that's problematic. I try to tell our people in our community, like, I don't care about anybody's numbers but my own. And I care about the property. If it's a property you want, you run your numbers, you make a soft offer no matter what. So Chandler puts a deal out and I go, and he's got it listed for $220. I'm like, hey, Chandler, brother, love this deal, would buy it, but I'm at $150. Here's why. Totally get it if I'm not even in the ballpark. But if for some reason you can't sell it, hit me up. Then I'm going to follow up with you in a week, Chandler, and I'm going to say, hey, did you guys dispo that deal? Do you need help renegotiating it?
Ooh, that's good.
Especially if you've got it too high and you can't sell it. Like, so this is like what I'm teaching my house flippers to do.
Because most wholesalers don't know anything.
Yeah, most wholesalers don't know how to. Yeah, they don't know how to renegotiate.
Feedback is like revolutionary for these people.
Yeah, like you teach them how to do a renegotiation call, and they're like, "This is a game changer."
Wait, keep going. So you're teaching the wholesaler, like you're trying. Obviously, not everyone's gonna do it, but you're trying to teach them how to go get a retrade if they need to.
Yeah. So, but I want to make sure my house flippers are getting, because like you guys know this, right? Like you've sent a deal out that you're like, this is a smoking deal, and like you stimulated the environment, you got no response. You're like, well, wow, that's weird, because that is definitely a good deal. Like, what's going on here? Then you got to like do some heavy dispo work, right? So I try to tell from the flippers point of view who buy from wholesalers, they think everything's moving off the shelf super fast. It's like, that's not true, guys. That's not always true. This is why you if it's in your buy box, if you're going to take the time to underwrite it, you at least send an email with a soft offer and an explanation with where you're at and why you're there. and then you follow up. So I teach them to give responses to every single wholesaler on their list. If you send me a deal and it's outside of my buy box, I'm going to send you a nice email back saying, hey, Chandler, thanks for sending that deal over. It's outside of my buy box, but I'm looking forward to seeing the next one. And
Why
a VA can do that. Why? Because I want to be top of mind when you have a deal and you're looking to sell it all the time.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
I want to become the most credible buyer.
Definitely like does stick in people's heads. Like you're like, oh yeah, like I know like Adam, like he isn't bought from us, but he's like expressed interest. He's like active, you know, like you totally do. Like
you would move to my top 40 list. So if you did that to me, I would put you on my top 40 list, which means you're going to get a call from our dispo rep on every single deal, because we have the top 40. Like people are going to call that are the highest interested. If somebody was emailing me every single time, straight to my top 40 list, they're going to get our first deals right when they go out. If we're doing a novation and we don't want to market it to everybody, but we want to see if any cash buyers bite, send it to our top 40. We just closed a 23K deal today, and it was an MLS deal, but they wanted to close a little bit sooner. We sent it out to our top 40, got an offer, didn't even send it out to everybody because that wasn't what we were planning on doing, but moved it. And so, yeah, like you would move 40, up to ours.
By the way.
Yeah.
I never thought about a top 40, but that's good.
And we do that. He doesn't like it, but
I don't. I mean, I'm like everybody gets a fair shot. Nobody's VIP on my list. All right, I want 5 buyers in that house bidding, and I don't care.
Top 40 or more to get them calls first. So with top 40 is not. We're not going to send it out to anybody, but if we know like, hey, these people are going to come in, they're going to give us the best offer first, and we can move this without even marketing it, and these are no bullshit people. It's like,
I mean, I have some definitely have some buyers who are like, Pensacola, worst zip code. We'll buy every 40K and less house there that nobody else will buy. You just give them a call. They drive by, they tell you number. Guy keeps 100K with the title company at all times, ready to close in a minute. Like I got guys like that I'm calling, but that's because I know that property sucks and only one kind of buyer is buying it.
Exactly. I would say like those guys are definitely like having a couple like 5 guys in your pocket who buy like the weird deals for sure, or at least we'll give you like honest feedback too, like, hey man, like this is a fucking weird one. What do you think about it, bro? And they'll at least give you some info on it. But yeah, I do like the top 40 from an outreach perspective. Like let's say you send it out because not everyone sees it. So like even for me, like people still don't even know I help people with marketing, and I feel like all I do is talk about it right now for the last like 3 or 4 months. But like literally closed the guy today. He's like, I didn't even know you did this. I was like, yep, there we go.
There you go.
Yeah.
And
the marketing guy. You are the marketing guy.
And but anyways, so I feel like you can never tell people enough at the end of the day. Like even Adam, like even the same thing. You're like, if you don't know who I am, like I'm not marketing enough. It's like a joke, but it's true,
Well, Hormozy, in that Hormozy clip.
Story,
Yeah, where he's like walking down the street and the guy's like, oh, it's Alex Hormozy. And he's like walking out with his green guys in his book right before the launch. And he's like, hey, you coming to my launch? He's like, what launch?
Yeah.
He's like, dude, I spent $8 million. There's billboards. I'm out here with the book. And this guy doesn't know I have a launch.
Yeah.
Nobody knows me. Yeah, and he's got 4 million followers,
Mm-hmm. Isn't that wild?
It's crazy.
Because the show, no one gives a fuck.
Yeah, it's just like
people a ton.
Adam, like what you're saying. Like, dude, I go on Instagram stories. I see like 70 ads like every 3 minutes I'm on Instagram. It's like all I do is watch ads.
Yeah.
You're not gonna remember. You're not gonna remember.
I see yours. I see John's. I see all my friends' ads.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. What's crazy is I think we're in a trust recession and we have low attention spans.
Yeah.
So I need FaceTime with you to build trust. Like you need to know me. But you don't have an attention span to come sit with me for 5 days and let me literally transform a part of your business and a challenge. So some people will do the training and some people will not do the training. But if they come to the training, I'm going to get them results and I will build trust with them.
Literally, like it's the thing it blows my mind. But like with the low ticket funnel, there's 19 calls. I've probably taken like 15 of them. There's probably been 3 people who've even opened the document before hopping on the call. I'm like,
that's so
what the like? You guys spent $27. You bought the upsells like 100. Like the average order value is like $90 or something like that. So you guys spent on average $90. You didn't even fucking open the document. Like that's crazy to me.
And talk about building trust. You have to show proof in today's market because I'm not going to name. I'm not going to name the guy who it is, but there's a guy on Instagram who's.
If I know who it is, I'm going
to chat it to us.
Yeah, I'll text it to you guys after this. He's literally like I make millions of dollars wholesaling real estate. And one day he posted his email on his Instagram. And I took the email and I was like, okay, at xyzcompany.com. Put it into Google and his website wasn't even working. And I'm like, bro, you do not make millions of dollars and you have a website that says like we buy homes in area. It's like it literally like was like not even set up. And so and there's a lot of people out there that are saying they're making millions of dollars and they are not. Literally on the calls I do now, I do these master classes. First thing I do is I just show my P&L and I show my CRM. I'm just like, hey, this is my P&L, this is my CRM. Here you go. Like just because I know that's out there. And the shitty thing is it's really easy to fake that you're rich because you can go buy a fucking 2016 Rolls Royce for $100,000. Cost you, $1,500 a month with insurance. Anybody that's making fucking $5,000, $10,000 a month can buy a $1,500 car, and then you spend the rest of your income buying your fucking Rolex and you look fucking rich to everybody. And for a lot, like for us, like we don't go fuck it. We buy rentals with that money. You know what I mean? So we're not going to buy Rolls Royces and stuff. So you got to just show them because they're easily fooled by like you pulling up your 2016 Rolls Royce.
It's fact, dude. I'll be honest. Like when I'm running ads, like with Bill for his challenge, like when we're running ads, the ones that perform the best are like Bill in a private jet with Grant Cardone, or Bill in front of his Aston Martin because he like flips exotics and he flips Rolexes. Like he's a flipping junkie,
Well, dude, I know a guy who's a sales trainer.
Bill on his farm that he basically built a
fucking
farm from
bullshit. Yeah, nobody cares.
$1 million of income on the farm with his family and feeds the whole neighborhood in a CSA. Those ads don't ever do anything,
dude.
So that's way more impressive than the Rolexes. Like, dude, you guys are ridiculous.
I know a dude who made $50,000 a month. I'm not going to say this guy's name either, but he's made $50,000 a month. And then he's like, all right, I'm going to start my own company. First thing he does, he gets a private jet and he probably, like LA to Vegas, you know what I mean? Like you can get a private jet, LA to Vegas. You can get an empty leg for fucking $5,000 and films all of his ads on a private jet. And the first, like I knew the guy. So like, I knew that he wasn't making that much money, but like, you don't know him. You're like, oh, dude, flying private, bro, 30, 50 grand one way. Like this dude's got to be balling. Mm-hmm. And that stuff just sells so well, but it's so easy to fake. You know what I mean? Go get a fucking, you're going to spend $5,000, 20 grand on ads, spend $5,000 filming it on a private jet and an empty leg from LA to Vegas. And you're good, bro. Like you look like a fucking billionaire. You know what I mean? And so that shit's out there. That's why we have a trust recession though.
That's why we have a trust recession. And it doesn't help to have a trust recession when people's attention spans are like super low. It's like I can literally change your life.
And you just don't listen. Dude,
you're not listening.
Well, everybody says
honestly,
that.
Dude, like I feel the trust recession because so like in real estate, I had a great like investing in like real estate education stuff. I personally had a really good experience, spent a bunch of money, made a ton of like really good lessons, education, whatever. Same. And then I went to the online space. And bro, I've spent over like $100,000 on coaches. And I'm like every single, like there was only one thing that I've bought. It was $1,000 that has actually been worth it. That was worth more than the fucking $100,000 other that I spent on like the high ticket programs. I'm like, it's all is fucking a scam.
Especially anyone that's saying, hey, I'm going to show you how to get your first deal. But that's the only thing they know how to do because your first deal does not change your life. You know what I mean? Like you get one deal. It's like, all right, cool.
Bro,
maybe you just paid off your credit cards. It's like that doesn't actually like doing one deal doesn't actually change your life at all. I mean, honestly, you got to do like at least 4 deals a year for it to even like change anything for you. 4 deals a year, 25K. I mean, on average, right?
Well, I would say I tell people all the time. Like, there's also this like fallacy of like rental income replacing your W-2 job. That's like
impossible. You have to be making millions a year to actually hit that. You invest $1 million.
You need about $1.5 million to buy up 120K of income a year, basically.
Yeah, that's accurate.
All right. Yeah.
So I think that you definitely just threw me off. Oh, active income. Active income. You said 25K a deal. The average gross profit per flip nationwide is $41,000. So if you think about that, and you flipped one house per quarter, and you were good at underwriting, good at staying on time and on budget, and you made $40,000 4 times a year, that's 160 grand a year.
More than your fucking $1.5 million in rentals. Yeah.
For most people, flipping simply 4 houses a year, making 40 grand each, would, for a lot of people, would be more than the income they make right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Most people, dude, most people still don't make, like, what's average salary? Probably 70K.
It's like $58,000 a year, I think.
Dude, that's crazy. Honestly, you couldn't live in Denver on 58,000. You'd be, at least I couldn't. I don't know how.
You can't live in most parts. You couldn't live where Adam lives for 58 grand a year. You can't live in most places, dude. Where I'm looking to move in Miami,
a year, you can't even pay the mortgage on my house,
dude. Yeah, where I'm looking in Miami, bro, like you literally have to be making, I would assume 350, 400 grand a year just to live there. Now,
why would you move to Miami and not Tampa?
I'm gonna be there next week. We're gonna look, but
bro, you should.
Miami is Colombia.
I would come visit, dude. If you move,
Miami is Colombia in the U.S., bro. That's the thing. It's such an easy transition. It's literally Colombia in the United States.
Dude, the only time I've ever met John in person was in Colombia until like a long time. Like we were just randomly both in Medellin, and we had.
And then we go to Denver. Well, let's hop off, guys. You guys ready to roll? You guys ready to go finish up some work?
I gotta go fucking do some work, but. Dude, Adam, come next week, bro. Shit was fun.
Yeah, bro.
I'm gonna text you, Chandler. You can look at my ads.
Hit me up. Dude, I don't know if you're free right now, but I could hop on right after if you're down.
I think I'm gonna run. We got Halloween tonight, bro. I got kids.
Oh, dude, that's right.
Dude, same here.
Bro, I'm going to a burlesque show tonight. Should be tight.
For Halloween. Nice.
Yeah, dude.
All right, you guys have fun. See you later.